Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Quant Network, aka QNT. So sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I do just want to ask you guys, please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow immensely. And of course, I always do greatly appreciate it. And if you do find any of the information in this video valuable or useful or interesting in any sort of way possible, definitely hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on to never miss a future update. So with all of that in mind, let's just dive in. Let's talk about some exciting things. So first on the agenda, yes, I will address real quick Bitcoin. So in my last couple of videos, I told you guys, yes, Bitcoin is doing exactly what we have been waiting for. Yes, we can come down lower. I told you guys about 38.2K to around 40.7K is my marks. I'm still holding strong to those. There's no real level that I'm watching for specifically, but I definitely will be eyeing this 39.6K zone, which is, of course, the area that we tested back here in September. Honestly, I think downside is a little bit limited on a lot of altcoins currently, just because we haven't seen major impulses on these because of their Bitcoin price charts being fairly strong. QNT has been holding around the $118 level, which is, of course, the 236. From here, there's not too much area. I wouldn't say there's not a lot of places for it to go besides, of course, testing those major demand zones at around $73 to $100 overall. So with that being said, if we are talking about the QNT Bitcoin price chart, like I told you guys, a lot of the Bitcoin price charts kind of look similar to this, where, yeah, are we a little bit below resistance? Yeah, but are we at a very weak point? Not really, especially, this is just price data going back to August because this is on Binance. There's other, exchanges that will show you a little bit more, but for the most part, this is the one with the most price data. Even if we go check out the other ones, like for example, Bittrex, like we have a little bit more here. But overall, in terms of the demand zone that we are in, we're a little bit below my demand zone originally going back to July. But we are still in a fairly good position right now on the Bitcoin price chart, and we have been holding strong, especially opposed to what this major Bitcoin drop was in general, like when we're talking about the percentage here. So this currently from our top to our bottom point was about 9.48%. If we're going off of the topping point of Bitcoin here, it's about 11.53%, and we should have dropped a lot more on a lot of altcoins. I would say that Quant definitely is one of them to note as well. It's been a slow bleed the last few days, so not a big surprise. Like, this is actually a 26% dropping price going back to like as far as February 9th. So major drop in price, but it was in a range, so it wasn't all at once like Bitcoin, for example, did today. But overall, chart looks pretty good. We look very strong if we could hold this $118 level. That's what I'm watching for closely. If we do break it, it's totally fine. If we come back down and test these demand zones one last time, I would not be opposed to that at all, and I will be loading up. Now, we do see QNT's open digital asset protocol. Now, I've talked to you guys a little bit about this in the past, but it definitely is something to really kind of address and talk more so about because this is direct connections to major players here. We're talking about MIT, Quant Network, Intel, and IBM, all specifically lined up perfectly here. These are major players, or I shouldn't say major players, but key individuals from these major companies. And honestly, they're all in bed together. Like, I've always addressed this even with Ripple. Like, we see so many major banks, so many enterprise grade, companies and customers, joining in on the fun. And it's almost like a huge laugh in our face because they're like not even trying to hide it at this point that these networks and these major companies are directly connected through, of course, incredible technology. And we also see here, and it's not like it's, greater than $30 billion valued. It's $1.7 billion valued. Doesn't make sense and feels unreal. The biggest companies in the world did the research for us that actually use it. And to finalize, the interoperability market is yet to see its exponential growth. And this possibilities sit tight, and we do see here cross DLT asset ownership, dual DLT logging, complex business process orchestrations, cross DLT CBDCs as well. The possibilities are endless, which is what makes this technology so exciting. And of course, this is such a massive, breakdown of a framework on, where interoperability really kind of lies within, of course, opening the doors for major possibilities and potentials. And of course, this is building across multiple blockchains with no coding. Of course, Overledger and Oracle. This is the first is through Oracle Cloud Marketplace, but developers can deploy Overledger in one of the three ways. Again, first Oracle Cloud for developers or customers who want to use Overledger in their own OCI environment, or with Oracle Blockchain Platform as well. Like, this is all talking about Oracle. I told you guys about Oracle. I want you to all pay attention to Oracle because they are doing some pretty big things. And we do see here, every time I see the Q&T insane growth, hiring veterans, 3 of the largest crypto use cases, CF 580 banks, Oracle, Latin money for 12 countries, nominated by multiple Big Four as Fintech Innovator of the Year, MIT CBDC papers, and now this, the 24th. Number 70 coin market cap is kind of absurd, right? I told you guys, pay attention to the 24th. I want you to all make sure that you note it on your calendars because I think that it's going to be a major date. We see here, Quant is proud to announce that we have been shortlisted for the 2021 Deloitte Most Disruptive Fintech Awards. Then, of course, following it up, see it in financial infrastructure, 570 node banking infrastructure, payment and settlement use cases, and of course you can see the settlement here with R3 Corda as well, which of course I've talked to you guys about, Corda, which I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about with my XDC video from today. But we do see the Overledger API being, of course, the plug and play for obligation message app, and of course the gateway for this as well. And of course we do see here Quant have been shortlisted for the KPMG UK Tech Innovator UK competition. Looking forward to our pitch later today at the London Regional Heat. Good luck to everyone who has been shortlisted. And of course, I know that their technology shine through everything. And here you guys have growing catalog of partner industry solutions on, of course, OBP. We see so many big names here, and of course, this is from Oracle themselves. Look at all these major names. I want you to all take a quick note of these major names and tie them back to Q&T because all of this is huge when we're talking about the markets that it's going to be disrupting. We're talking about healthcare. We're talking about consumer-driven healthcare providers in general and even payers ecosystem. Then there's so much more like farming and tracking, agriculture in general. This is so huge, and this is all talking about tokenization and NFTs as well. Like, there's so much that goes hand in hand with this, and we do see here save the date, Accenture, CBDC, lead, Ripple, Vice President, Central Bank Engagements in CBDC, SDX, Head of Finance and Development. SDX runs the CBDC cross-border trials with, of course, the BIS, RTGS Global CEO, Quant Network CEO, plus 2 officials of the Digital Pound. And this is that 24th meeting, which I even addressed in my XRP video from earlier today as well. Make note of the 24th of February. It's such a massive date that I think is going to be extremely huge for all individuals within the space to pay attention to. We also see here, did you know that these are one of the partners of Q&T? I think that this gives you all the confidence you need to see Q&T has huge potential. And yes, when we're talking about Oracle, we're talking about Amazon Web Services, we're talking about UCL, CBT, Mobi, UK Cloud, Hyperledger. All of these are major players in this space, and even the ecosystem as well in general. Like, here you have it, multi-chain DApp, multi-chain DApp 2. All of this is majorly plug and played through, of course, Quant. This is the operating system of tomorrow. I've always said this. Look at the banks, look at the IoT APIs, look at the blockchain APIs, look at the payment APIs. All of this goes hand in hand with mass adoption. Wherever there's mass adoption happening for blockchain technologies, DLTs in general, any sort of company in this space, connect it immediately back to Q&T because at some point in time, everything will be interconnected. I've always said this. This is why Q&T's value, in my mind, is much larger than what we are perceiving right now and what we are seeing in the current market structure. This asset specifically has such a massive use case behind it. I've tried to discuss it with you guys in comparison to Atom. A lot of people said, hey, Q&T and Chainlink. Guys, if you want to see that video, I could easily do that video for you guys. Comment down below, QNT versus Link, and I might consider doing it. But guys, there is so much to look forward to in terms of this major market right now. A revolution is happening before our eyes. We even see here QNT, MLT. She notes that the IMF is supporting with the 100 or so countries that are actively exploring CBDCs. If CBDCs are designed prudently, they can potentially offer more resilience, more safety, greater availability, and lower cost than private forms of digital money. That is clearly the case when compared to unbacked crypto assets that are inherently volatile, and even the better managed and regulated stablecoins may not be, quite a match against the stable and well-designed central bank digital currencies. We are seeing central bank digital currencies coming up in conversation every single day for major players. This is talking about 100 CBDCs. Funny thing about that is that they will all have to be interoperable to one another. And guess what is solving that? That's right, our lovely QNT, which is sitting at $118. Isn't that laughable? Isn't it comical when you look at some of these market cap valuations for assets like Bitcoin, Ethereum, like assets that are really not doing anything? And it's funny to me when we're talking about the major solutions that Quant is solving, and here we have again assets doing absolutely nothing in this market. It's comical. That's why I've always said that QNT is going to be a top 10 asset. Not because I'm biased, but because I see the potential behind it. I see interoperability becoming, and not even becoming, but already being a necessity in major markets around the world for mass adoption of crypto. We see the trading volume on Quant up about 14, almost 15%, but look at the market cap. Look at the holders tab. We are so early. 43.5K holders. Compare it to, Bitcoin, compare it to Ethereum, compare it to any other asset in the space, and just be prepared to laugh. Because even the holders compared to Bitcoin, we're looking at 40.5 million almost. That is significant. That is absolutely huge. Understand just how early we are. Tell me exactly what you guys are waiting for to happen with QNT down in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you all. In my opinion, what I'm waiting for with QNT is just regulations to come to the space so that we do see utility assets, really drive in price and basically become, of course, the main driver behind the wheel for, of course, crypto. So, with all of that in mind, I really do hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, to notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. It's been Nick. Peace out, guys.